Hello there and welcome to Legal Break. I'm Maureen Akers, and with us today, Gary Bruce, as always on Wednesday. Thanks so much for joining us, Gary.
Good to be here again.
Well, hot topic, and that's gun control.
All right.
What can we expect, if anything, from the new Congress and administration?
I wish I knew. I don't think much. I really don't see much pulling back from where we were. Right. But I think let's take a minute and talk about the Second Amendment, because we all want to talk about what it means, and none of us have read it.
Yeah, and what does it actually say about the right to bear arms and everything?
Here's what it says. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. For 200 years, nobody really questioned that language. It was thought to be, well, if it was something you could use in a militia, that's the right kind of weapon. And then this Heller case, which arose out of the D.C. circuit, the Washington, D.C. area, they tried to limit handguns. And so in 2008, Scalia, who passed away this year, wrote an opinion that expanded it to individual rights and said essentially it was a fundamental right, that we had the right to bear arms in our homes and elsewhere. And it didn't matter what kind. And then it's been expanded from D.C., which is not a state, to apply to all the states by subsequent decisions. So it now says that we are any kind of bearable arm. Now, what is that? Now, that's the question to me, and I don't know where it's going to come down. What is a bearable arm? I guess handguns obviously are bearable, but is a bazooka, and then somewhere between the two there is a line. And somewhere reason's got to come in, and we figure out maybe who qualifies. Maybe there should be some disqualifiers too. Anyway, those are the decisions that are before the next court, I think, and before Congress and the Senate and our president. Where are we going with this? How do we rein in, maybe, if we need to, or where do we expand, or what limitations should we be looking at? Maybe none. Probably none in the next 4 years.
And speaking of limitations, so there is the concealed carry law, and Georgia is one of those states. Does this mean I have the right to carry a gun anywhere?
Well, I don't think so. But that will be probably one of the questions that is addressed in the courts. Where does your right to carry a gun end and my right to not be comfortable with you carrying a gun? Do I want to sit next to some guy with a holster in a restaurant? I really don't, but those are the questions before the court. Those are things I'm not going to decide, but I think they are interesting questions.
Yeah, a hot topic for, I'm sure, probably many more years to come.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for joining us today,
Thank
Gary.
you.
And we look forward to seeing you on the very next Legal Break.